Overcomplicating things will make you an absolute worse home bartender. In this video, I'm going to be explaining exactly why that's true. My name is Ron Verpin. I'm a full-time medical doctor. I've been a home bartender for over 5 years now. During that time, I've learned how to make over 100 different cocktails, and I've thrown over 50 cocktail parties. And I teach other busy professionals how to make cocktails at home. And overcomplicating the whole hobby of home bartending, as it is as something I found for really any type of hobby, any type of skill you want to learn, when you overcomplicate things, that will really bog you down and prevent you from actually getting started, actually doing the work of home bartending and actually becoming a better home bartender. So I feel very qualified to speak about this because overcomplicating home bartending kept me from home bartending for probably like 5 or 6 years. I made my very first cocktail in June 2020, and probably for like the 5 or 6 years before that, 2014 onwards to 2020, I was thinking about getting into home bartending at least 2 or 3 different times. And I really overcomplicated the whole thing in my head. I was living in dorm rooms at the time. I was still a full-time student. I didn't have as much money to spend on cocktail ingredients. I didn't have money to spend on books and other resources to learn home bartending. And everything that was out there, especially at that time, was really overcomplicating the whole hobby. They were saying you needed to go out and buy 10 to 20 different bottles of liquor to start your home bartending journey. And they told you need to buy like 3 different bottles of bitters and 5 different syrups and 4 different juices, and not even juices. They told you to buy like all these different fresh fruits, fresh limes, lemons, oranges, pineapples, grapefruits, all these different fresh fruits. And you need to go out and buy like 10, 15, 20 different bar tools to really get started. And that overcomplicated the whole idea, that really overcomplicated the whole process of home bartending. I think to really get started on home bartending, honestly, to make your first cocktail, you don't even need ingredients, or you don't even need tools at all. Just go out, pick a cocktail that only has something like 3 ingredients. So for example, something like the Negroni, which is the very first cocktail I made, or something like the daiquiri, which is the very first cocktail video that I've made for this channel. The very first video overall on this channel is the daiquiri video. Pick something like that, only 3 ingredients, go out to the store and just buy those 3 ingredients. And then, I've also made videos on this channel, which will be linked in the description below, how to make a shaken cocktail without any bar tools. You can use that to make the daiquiri. How to make a stirred cocktail without any bar tools. You can use that and you'll learn how to make something like the Negroni. And then do that for a couple different cocktails of those different categories, a couple different shaken cocktails, a couple different stirred cocktails. Make them without, you don't have to go out and buy all these different bar tools or something like that. Just make these cocktails, just buy the ingredients for that cocktail. Don't go out and go to the liquor store and buy 10, 15, 20 different bottles. You want to make a daiquiri as your very first cocktail, buy a bottle of rum, and then you go to the grocery store, buy a bottle of simple syrup, buy a bottle of lime juice. You don't need to overcomplicate this. I don't think you need to go out and buy fresh fruits. I don't think you even need to make your own simple syrup. I used store-bought simple syrup for my first 2 years as a home bartender. I used bottled juices for my entire 5+ years, almost 6 years as a home bartender. And I've also bought liquor bottles in this way. I would just say like, oh, I want to make this cocktail. I'm going to buy just this liquor bottle. I don't go to the liquor store and I buy like 6, 10, 12 different cocktail bottles or liquor bottles at one time. I just, if I'm throwing a party or, I just want to make cocktails for myself or my few close friends, I'll just be like, I really want to make the daiquiri today. Let me just go out and buy rum. I don't need to buy all these other different things. I'm just going to go to the liquor store, just buy rum. Then I'm going to go to the grocery store, just buy lime juice. I do my own homemade simple syrup right now, but, first 2 years, I would just go out and buy store-bought simple syrup. Then I would go ahead and, watch a video on how to make a shaken cocktail without any bar tools. Those videos will be linked in the description below, so go watch those. Learn how to make the daiquiri using that technique and make the daiquiri and see if you actually enjoy cocktail making. See if you actually enjoy mixology. See if you actually enjoy this hobby. See if you can make a great drink without any bar tools. Then if you're really ready to step up and actually purchase bar tools, I don't think you need 10, 15, 20 different tools. I don't even think you need 5 different tools when you're first starting off as a home bartender. Honestly, just the tools that will be linked in the description below. Just buy a high quality jigger like this one from Barfly. Buy a high quality shaker like this Boston shaker from Cocktail Kingdom for your shaking cocktails. This will be to measure all your different ingredients. And then a high quality stirring spoon like this, also from Cocktail Kingdom for your stirred cocktails. And then in my freezer right now, I have an ice cube tray that I'll also link in the description below. Also from Cocktail Kingdom, that's just for your ice. So with these 4 tools, you have a jigger to measure ingredients for all the different types of cocktails that you're going to be making. You have a high quality shaker for all your shaking cocktails. You have a high quality stirring spoon for all your stirred cocktails. And then you have ice that you can use for any type of cocktails, highball cocktails, lowball cocktails, shaking cocktails, stirred cocktails, any type of cocktails. That ice will have you covered. So with just these 4 tools, you have really everything covered. So like I said, don't need to overcomplicate this. You don't need to go out and feel like you need to make all these different syrups. You don't have to go out and use fresh juices. Use bottled juices, use store-bought syrups, buy bottles one at a time to really build out your bar slowly. Learn how to make cocktails without any bar tools at all. And then when you finally feel the urge to you really want to level up and start making quality cocktails, then go on and buy the ingredients buy the tools that are going to be linked in the description below. A jigger, a shaker, a stirring spoon, and an ice cube tray. That'll really cover you in like 99% of all cases in terms of making cocktails. So, like I said, don't overcomplicate this. Don't be like myself. I wanted to get into home bartending in 2014 and I didn't do it until 2020. I want you to be like, it's February 2026 at the time of recording this video. I want to get into home bartending. I want you to get into home bartending. I want you to honestly make your first cocktail within a week. Ideally, if you're, depending on your work schedule, if you have a day off, like you watch this video on a Saturday, it's your day off. By Saturday evening or by Sunday, you should be making a cocktail. Honestly, that's how simple I want this to be for you. You just watch my video on that specific cocktail, watch the daiquiri video, then watch the video on how to do a shaking cocktail without any bar tools. Go to the liquor store when you're in your free time, buy rum. Go to the grocery store, buy lime juice, buy simple syrup, and then within 24 hours, honestly, make that daiquiri yourself. That's how I want this to be for you guys. I don't want you to be like, it's 2026, I'm thinking about getting into home bartending, and then you finally make your first cocktail in like 2031. It shouldn't be like that. It should be, honestly, watch this video on a day off, and within 24 hours, you should not only know how to make a cocktail, you should have made that cocktail for yourself. And ideally, if you really want to level up as a home bartender, make that cocktail and serve it to somebody else. Serve it to your partner, your family member, a close friend, a coworker, whatever the case may be. Serve it to somebody else, and you can call yourself a home bartender. You don't have to wait 6 years like I did. You don't have to keep thinking about getting into home bartending and it takes something like the whole COVID-19 pandemic to finally push you into starting it. You don't have to wait for anything like that. Just go ahead and get started. Follow the advice in this video and use the links in the description below to watch the other videos that I have on different topics and to really buy the different tools if you're really ready to make that next step into making cocktails. Anyways, that's all I have for today's video. If you found the advice in this video helpful, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. I like to do two styles of videos on this channel. The first will be a tutorial showing you guys how to make a specific cocktail. The second style video will be more talking head style like this one, where I go over general advice, tips and tricks, share stories from my own journey and things like that that I hope will help you guys become better home bartenders. And finally, if you're really ready to invest money and take this hobby more seriously, I actually have a paid community on home bartending, and that'll be on school.com, and the link for that will be in the description as well. It'll be the first link in the description. Thank you. Cheers.